Good morning, my friends, my supporters, my even some haters, I guess. Well, y'all know I just got riled up again, but we'll talk about that later. The first thing I wanted to talk about was we got into a conversation, a couple people, about the carbs, the protein, and the way I eat, the way toward the way some of you eat. I had to come on and I had to do a video because after the conversation kept going on and I started getting PM after PM after PM, and I can't answer all the PMs. I think I've been over there typing for 2 hours, and I try to read every one of your posts. I try to answer everybody's posts, and I can't answer all of them. Some of them I don't even see. Hence the conversation that just happened 10 minutes ago. But again, I'll get into that at the end. But what I wanted to talk about was, okay, the way that I eat, and from the beginning, has been high protein. I push all the protein that I can. And in the first year, we come out of surgery and we push the protein because that's what the doctors teach us. Protein, protein, protein. And you start losing immense amounts of weight. And then you get to like 6 months and you're comfortable with, the things that that what you can eat. And then you start dabbling in other things, I can add this and, I can add that. And adding the this and that usually has carbs in it. And I'm not saying like you're adding pasta and bread, and I'm just saying all the little things add up that you're now trying that you never tried before. My entire first year, I did all protein the first year. Like, I rarely ate any carbs at all. I would make my plate, and, depending on what the family's eating, I would put things on my plate. First of all, I got the little plates. I got all kinds of cute little plates. I got skull plates. I got a million different plates. And I always put my protein, obviously. Like, honestly, you can't even imagine, but the first year, all I consumed was protein, protein, protein. I would put things on my plate. Maybe I would, if I made sweet potatoes for the family, candied sweet potatoes for them, I'd leave out a little sweet potato, I'd cut it in half, and I'd put that on my plate. I would eat my meat, and just visualizing and seeing that sweet potato on my plate, for some reason, made me feel better. Made me feel like, I guess, like I was eating everything that everybody else was eating. Even if they're eating French fries, I'd put the French fries on my plate. I wouldn't eat them. I would still fill up on my meat. But just seeing them there and feeling like I was included somehow, like, I don't know, tricked my mind into I'm eating what everybody else is eating. But I always push the protein. There's... Once you get so far out, you can start adding the carbs. You don't have to eat 100% protein. But 90% of my food is the protein. My carbs consist of healthy carbs. Like, I eat a lot of avocado. I have from the very start. I love avocado. I eat a lot of nuts. I wanted to eat fruits. I was a big fruit eater before. My nutritionist was like, no, the fruits are, even though it's natural sugar, it's still a high sugar. It's a high carb. If you want fruits, you need to eat the berries. Blackberries, red raspberries, strawberries, all the berries. None of all the other ones, too high. Definitely not melons. It's loaded with sugar and carbs. Now, I'm talking about in your first year. In your first year, when you want to maximize as much weight loss as you can, don't add all of those other things. Apples, very high in sugar. A lot of things that you think are really healthy are very high in sugar. And when, in that first year, when you're pushing all the protein, I know you guys don't want to hear it, and a lot of you say, no, it's not the case. But your body is in ketosis. From the very beginning, when we are eating all of the high protein and pushing all the water, your body goes into ketosis. I think I have pink eye. My husband actually has pink eye, and my eyes are starting to get red now. I just had to throw that in there, looking at myself on the camera. But again, your body goes into ketosis, and I know a lot of you are like, no, I don't do keto. I don't eat a keto diet. Yes, basically you do. You eat a keto diet. In the very beginning, when you're losing all that weight and you're pushing all the protein. And one of the biggest things that helped me when I was learning in the very beginning, I got the keto strips. You get the keto strips, they're very cheap. You get 500 of them for $5 at Walgreens or CVS or whatever. And when you're pushing your high protein and you're losing all that weight, and say especially from month 4 to 8, big time weight loss, because you're really following your program then and doing what you're supposed to. Then around 7, 8 months, you all start adding the little of this and a little of that, whatnot. Well, once you start adding the little of this and little of that, if you use the strips, you just pee on the strip, and then the strip turns color, and you could tell if you're in ketosis. So if you play around with these strips and then you start adding different foods, you can kind of see what foods are going to kick your body out of ketosis. And the part with eating the high protein, like everybody says, the fried pork rinds, terrible. The fried pork rinds are a much better choice than the crackers that have the carbs in, or the pretzels, or any of those bad things, if you're going to choose to make that choice. So when you eat those fried pork rinds, if you're eating a strict protein diet, you're going to stay in ketosis. So your body's going to continue to eat the stored fat. Again, the strips. But the problem with, if you eat all the protein and you eat the fried pork rinds, but then you eat one bite of toast in the morning, well, that one bite of toast now kicks your body out of ketosis. With the whole ketosis and high protein thing, it has to be all or nothing. You can't say, okay, well, I'm going to eat high protein and I'm going to get my body, kick it into the ketosis and burn all this fat. Because one bite of the sugar or the carbs, or the bad carbs, the processed carbs, one bite is going to kick you back out. Now it's going to take 4-5 days to get your body back into that whole ketosis. So therefore, you get the weight loss stalls. Because now your body's, even if you're doing well and you're whatever, it's going to take so many days till it kicks back in. These will teach you about what I'm trying to explain to you. If you have them and you play around with them and you start, try to eat this and then use the sticks and see, oh, well, that didn't work for me. I can't eat that. My body's out of ketosis. I'm not burning up that stored fat. But I mean, like I said, I add the healthy carbs. I eat the berries. I eat refined beans. I eat a lot of nuts. I eat pistachios. I love my almonds. I said all the berries I do eat. I do a lot of soups. And in my soups, I eat barley in my soups. What else? I can't push enough for you guys to eat the protein. Fill yourselves with the protein. A lot have asked about the oatmeal, which, oats are a healthy choice. And I know a lot of people like the whole oatmeal, but the oatmeal immediately is going to kick you out of the ketosis. So even if you're doing high protein, even though it's a heart healthy and a good filling thing, to me, it's just not worth it. I would rather eat the eggs, because if I eat the eggs, I'm going to stay burning the fat. I would stick to all protein. That's all that I could tell you. A lot of people ask me, with my carbs, I say I will not eat anything if it's got more than 15 carbs. And everybody says, well, what's your total number of carbs for the day? What is the most max, whatever? I don't count my carbs for the day. I will not buy or bring anything into my house if it has more than 15 carbs. Now, it's very unlikely that I'm going to sit down at any meal, anytime, ever, and eat 15 carbs in a meal, let alone eat 4 meals in a day that each one of them has 15 carbs in. No. Every time that I eat, like I said, it's very rare that I'm going to eat many carbs. I'm shoving myself full of the meat. I love my seafoods. I love shrimp. I love crab, salmon. I love my red meats. I'm good with chicken thighs. I love pork. I cannot do. Ground beef I do. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday at my house. I love my tacos. I love ground turkey. Ground turkey is awesome if you mash up some avocado in it and chop up a whole bunch of Vidalia onion. Put it all in there and make a turkey burger with it. Like the avocado and the onion keeps it really moist. Turkey tends to be dry. So that is amazing. And I can eat that. I load it with cheese on the top, melt it, and I eat it just like that. I don't even miss the bread. But, I don't know. I had all the things that I wanted to say to you, and then I got distracted with the whole other thing going on, and I just wish that I could sit down with each and every one of you and look at everything that you guys eat and be like, this, no, that's not going to work. This is why you're stalling. This is why you're not losing anymore. But again, the only thing that I could suggest to you guys, this is me and this is what works for me. It might not be the right thing. It might not be, what's correct or whatever, but it's taken 180 pounds off of me. I'm at the point now where if I go below like 163, I can start to see bones like here in my chest, and I don't like that. So like 163 is my number. I have to stay right there. As long as I stay there, I feel good, and everything's fine. But again, because I eat only protein, I have to watch that scale diligently every single day. If I drop below the 163, then I have to eat carbs for a couple days in order to bring it back and make sure it stays right at the 163. So I know if you eat all protein, push as much as you can, you're going to lose. You're going to continue to lose. The carbs are what's sabotaging you. Carbs is what's slowing you down and what's stopping your loss. So you can take it for what it's worth. Yes, no, maybe. But that is about all that I have to say on that. I'm going to post a post, so if you guys want new bingo tickets, you can sign up on the post. I'll give you new bingo tickets. You can keep the original one that you have and get another one if you want it, or you can just do one or whatever you guys want to do. I will try to hand them out in the next day or two, and then we'll start all over with a new bingo. We're going to do the winners on those. I did get 2 of the little Dash Shuffle waffle makers. So those are going to be prizes for the bingo, and I haven't decided yet what the main prize is going to be. If it'll be another Yeti, or I'm still thinking about it. But, and you guys know about my post a few minutes ago, which again, like I said, I try to read everything that you guys post. I try to comment on everything. I try to interact with as many of you as I can. It's hard because I spend a lot of time answering PMs one-on-one with you. But, so sometimes I do miss things. So, the other day we had the whole debacle with the person that was private messaging you guys asking for money, and I removed her from the group. And I never had gone back and I never looked at any more of those posts. Well, today, the person that I removed from the group PM'd me and asked me, did I do something wrong? Why was I removed from the group? And I'm explained that, I told you that you could not post a GoFundMe page on my group, and, I told you I was sorry and that, no, you cannot do that. And then you went and started private messaging my group members asking for money. I said, so I'm sorry, but this group is not for you. Keep moving. So then when I went back to that original post to look and see, what was said there, here the last few days, apparently there was things said. This Jessica person, Oliver, had quite a few things to say. Apparently has a huge problem with me. and in the post, my mind was just blown, because she goes on to say how this woman should, by freedom of speech, be allowed to post in my group asking everybody for money. Well, no, that's not the case. And then she went off to start carrying on saying that if I'm allowed to take money from people for the lottery, why can't that woman ask for money for her surgery? And I'm just blown away and can't understand where she thinks that I have taken money from anyone in this group, because I have not taken a dime. That lottery money comes out of my pocket, and I'm happy to do it. I love doing it. It makes me feel awesome every single day. I go to bed with a smile on my face. I hope that you guys could win, because it makes me feel great inside. And there's no secret. I use that to build my group. That is a group builder thing for me. But me giving to people makes me feel really good. Before I started this group, let me tell you about something else. Before I started this group, we had, I don't know if you guys know about the mermaids. Like back when the whole COVID thing started, like maybe a year ago, we had groups going on where we would make baskets and randomly take these baskets and dust people. And I was doing a lot of that. I was dusting random strangers. I would make big gift baskets and take it and drop it off at people's houses that I don't know. Just people randomly from a group. That's what I did. And that gave me such a sense of satisfaction. Like, I felt amazing. Sometimes people would come out of the house and be like, oh my God, I'm being dusted. Like, it was so exciting. It gave me a sense of, oh wow. And the lottery is kind of like the same thing for me. When I get to give the people lottery tickets, and when I scratch it off and they win $50 or $100 or whatever, I feel amazing. Like, I feel like it's a gift to me. But, I guess some people have a problem with this. But I just want to be very clear. That money comes out of my pocket, out of my husband's pocket. I spend probably $150 a week on the lottery. Many people have offered to sponsor the lottery tickets. Many people have offered to give me money. I have not taken a dime, nor would I. I'm not saying this to ask you guys, please, don't comment, don't say anything. I don't want to hear any comments about, how great you are and how any of this. I just want it to be very clear to everybody that I do not take money from anyone. Anything in this group is sponsored by me or my husband. But that is about all that I have to say. And I will see you guys later for lottery, sponsored by Mr. Tito and myself. And I will post the new bingo post. I'm going to add everybody that was on the wheel from yesterday. I will add onto the wheel for tonight, being as I messed up there. Again, push that protein. If you have any questions, whether what's going on in your body or not is what I'm explaining, go and grab yourself some keto strips at the drugstore. And that is about all that I have to say. And I will catch you guys later.